I don't pray very often. The last time I can remember praying with any kind of sincerity, feeling any kind of holy will, the last 3 times. One when I was 8 and my friend's son was shot. So I got the King James Bible and did the only thing I knew to do. The second, when I tried to go off my meds and failed miserably. So I got the King James Bible and did the only thing I knew to do. The third? The third was Laramie. Picture this. A near-silent high school theater, filled to the brim with a sea of brown grass all the way out to a mountain range, and from the mountains up into a blue and perfect sky. And as I walked out on the stage, I could almost see the stars stretched out above me. And I spoke about young Matthew Shepard, a college boy who would have come up to my shoulder, whose face looked a lot like some of the kids I teach, and how I found him, tied to a fence like an animal bleeding to death. And I swear, I could see him before me. And I reached out and I felt a pull in my gut as deep as the earth and sure and sharp. And as the audience lay there somewhere in the dark, I held the hand of a young gay man who had died 16 years ago. And I felt truth. That kind of truth when the words are yours and you are sure and unsure all at once. And in that moment, I knew I wanted to pray. To break my character and break my blocking and fall to my knees and pray for a young gay man dead before his time. To raise my voice in a requiem as if my words could make him live forever. Requiem aeternam. But instead, I delivered my lines with courage and conviction. But I wanted to reach out to somebody in the audience to tell them of the miracles I had seen, like Mary coming from the tomb, but the rock was not rolled away. And there was only so much I could do. Because in the end, the men who killed Matthew Shepard for being what they could not understand were first and foremost men. And while there is a tempting simplicity in a battle against a man with red horns, sin is human. It is the most human thing we can imagine. And we forget that change does not happen in pens or plays. Change happens in conversations on cold linoleum floors. Change happens in the simple act of being, in defiance of all those who whisper you abomination, of all those who call you by a dead name, and question your certainty, of all those who see devils in your truth. You must hold your truth like a rosary. Proclaim it in words that are closer to compulsion than speech. Matthew Shepard lived and loved and drank Heineken, and he died tied to a fence, surrounded by the moon and the stars. And as I bow at the end of the night, I can only pray I did him justice. Amen.